Hello all. Okay, in this video adventure I'm going away to go to a place called Red Castle, which is just south of Montrose. It's on the east coast between Arbroath and Montrose, and it's like on Lunan Bay, part of Lunan Bay. I'll show you the map, the Google Maps, where it is. So just very briefly, very quickly, I'll just show you. That's the area where it is, Red Castle. And to show you where it is in Britain in relation to the whole of the UK, that's where I live in Dundee, so I'm starting my journey from Dundee. I'm going to take this route. I'll maybe record some of it, but I'm going to end up at a place called Red Castle. There's a wee bit about it on Wikipedia, quite a lot of reading involved. I'll just skip through it very quickly. You could pause the video. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stick the audio on. I'll actually put the audiobook on, and you could hear the description being read out, and I'll just make my way to the petrol station while that's being read out, and I'll listen to it as well, get a wee bit of information about it. Right, so what I'll do now is I'll just play an audio of a description, a very brief description of the castle, and I'll just let that do its thing while I make my way to the petrol station. So this bit's pretty boring, it's not really much. I'm just going to put this on at the same time. You'll hear it through the car audio. So here's a bit about Red Castle.
Red Castle of Lunan is a ruined fortified house on the coast of Angus, Scotland. It is about 4 miles, 6.4 kilometres, south-southwest of Montrose. Aerial photograph of the Red Castle at Lunan Bay. History. Edit. The earliest structure on the site was built for King William the Lion in the late 12th century to repel Viking invasions to Lunan Bay. Evidence shows, however, that William took up residence there on several occasions whilst on hunting expeditions. In 1194, William conferred the castle and land surrounding the village of Inverkeila, 2 kilometres, 1.2 miles, east of the castle, to Walter de Berkeley, the Great Chamberlain. On his death, his lands of Inverkeila, with the castle, passed to Ingram de Balliol, who had married the heiress of Walter. 1. He rebuilt the castle, and the property remained in that family for 2 generations. When his grandson, Ingram, who flourished between 1280 and 1284, died childless about 1305, the property passed to the son of Constance de Balliol, Henry de Fishburn. Ruins of the keep. The property was forfeit during the reallocation by Robert the Bruce, who in 1328 gave the castle to the Earl of Ross. The castle is referred to as Rubum Castrum, Latin for Red Castle, in deeds of 1286, referring to its burnished red sandstone, typical of this area. In 1579, James, son of Patrick Grey, 4th Lord Grey, married Lady Elizabeth Beaton, who owned the castle, and fell in love with her daughter. After Lady Beaton threw him out, Grey, with his brother Andrew of Duninald and John Ogilvy of Kinnedy, laid siege to the castle for 2 years, ultimately burning the inhabitants out. James VI ordered John Erskine of Dun and his son Robert to bring siege engines and eject Grey, with the help of the townspeople of Dundee. On the 28th of February, a royal messenger was sent from Stirling Castle to make a proclamation at the market crosses of Dundee, Forfar, Montrose, and John Erskine was asked to make an inventory of the goods in the castle and give safe conduct for Elizabeth Beaton's son, the poet John Stuart of Baldineys, to the king's presence. 3. In March 1582, Andrew Grey was forgiven for setting fire to the castle and its yards, and other crimes. 4. In 1590 it was reported that 12,000 gold crowns had been landed in the creek near the castle to aid the Catholic cause in Scotland. 5. The castle slipped into decline, and, although it remained partially roofed until 1770, it was never again a residence of nobility. Its last inhabitant was the minister of Inverkeila, one James Rate. Description. Edit. Red Castle stands on high ground overlooking Lunan Bay, on the North Sea coast. Immediately to the north of Red Castle is the mouth of the Lunan Water, with the hamlet of Lunan beyond. Only a part of the 15th century rectangular tower, and the 2 metre, 6.6 feet, thick east curtain wall remain. The tower in particular is in precipitous condition, being perched on the edge of the hill above Lunan Bay, and was described as being in imminent danger of collapse in 1999. 6. The castle is clearly visible from the A92 road and the Edinburgh to Aberdeen line. The remains are those of the 15th century keep, and the surrounding wall, or enceinte, which may date from the 13th century. 6. Amid and below the castle is continually eroding, yielding a number of artifacts now in the Montrose Museum. 6. The castle is protected as scheduled monument. 7.
I think that's it. Well, that's all I'm going to put on here anyway, because it's courtesy of Wikipedia, so you can read them. It reads out. So there's a bit of spiel about it. So it's a nice day. I've got some grub in my rucksack. I'll have a wee bite to eat when I get there. Get some sandwiches, fruit, crisps, chocolate, a flask of coffee and juice, water and orange. So I'll eat some of that when I'm at the castle, just to make a wee sort of day out of it. It's a nice day, Saturday afternoon, the day off the day. It's not bad for time, it's like 1:15. Well, it was fast, but about 1 o'clock. So it's March, so it's going to get dark till about back at 6 or something. But I'll not stay there all that time. It's about an hour drive. I'll not record that from Dundee, but when I get nearer the Red Castle, I'll maybe pick a spot to put the camera back on again and get a wee bit of the scenery as I approach it. So, as I say, this is my day off my work today. I just woke up and said, come on, it's a nice day, I'm not staying in the house all day, I'm going to do something, and I'll make a video of it. So I looked on Google and went through a load of stuff like, and I must have been on the phone for about an hour just searching through shit. And says, right, come on, this isn't too bad, this isn't too far. It's sort of like in the, for the length of time I want to drive. It's in a coastal, I genuinely like coastal places. It's a place of interest, it's historical, it's a ruin, so it's open 24 hours. I want this sort of seaside feel in the day, just to get some fresh air and chill out kind of thing. And well, that seems to meet the criteria of my fucking hell, man. I'm fucking glad you didn't see that. What a carry on. Well, never mind that. It was nothing to do with me anyway. I see it all, but I didn't have buses on for a living and stuff is sea, you know what I mean? It's just like, jeez. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, that met the criteria for my day off. So I says, well, I'll do then, I'll go to Red Castle. I've not been to it before to my knowledge, so I'll share it with you if you want to have a look and tag along with me, so to speak. First port of call, always get some petrol for the car and get some I've not got any sandwiches in the back. I've only got like crisps and shit, nothing really filling. I had a curry last night, so I've got enough food to keep us going. It's about an hour drive, so I'll not be that hungry. I'll be able to survive till we get there. But when I get there, I'll just get tucked into some grub, have a wee picnic, and then once I've done that, I'll get some footage, get some photos and shit, like, stick that in the video for you. It's just want to get the fresh air, like, come on, what am I eating? And it's one of these days you sort of get up and say, what we're going to do for the day. Like, I just want to chill. I don't want to get involved with too much. It's just something simple, so that seems to tick the boxes. Anyway, I hope you that bit of spiel there. I just figured it off Wikipedia. I'm not going to read through all that. Like, I'll just play it again and I'll get some more info. So basically, do research as I go. So I'll research as I go, like, and share it with you. The main purpose of this exercise is to get there, chill out, get some footage, have a picnic, and get the information and history later. Whoa, it's close. Anyway, that'll do. Petrol time. Right, so I filled up the petrol, got some sandwiches. I'm going to have a molten pie, one of them just now before I set up. I'll keep the other one for when I get there. A good way to start off the day. Molten pork pie. Right, I'm deciding I'm going to actually drive the footage. Drive, of course I'm going to drive. What I meant to say. I decided I'm actually going to record the driving footage from here at Tesco, Kingsway West. I'm going to take the route by the Forfar way. I think I showed you that. I'll show you again. I'll speed this footage up, by the way, because it'll take a considerable length of time. I'll see if I can bring it up for you.
6 feet thick east curtain wall remain.
Where is it then? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'll show you in here when we end going. Right, so there's lots of ways, there's infinite ways to get there. But the routes that have been given by, suggested by Google, there's one way to go through Forfar. There's this route here. You see, I done the coastal route not that long ago, so I might actually do something a wee bit different this time. No, I've got to turn right. No, that's not so bad. So I'm going to take this route. B961. It's basically going to end up at Red Castle at Lunan Bay. So another route flagged up as well that went through Forfar, kind of double backed a bit. I don't know if we could get that again, but see if we could do that. Yeah, it was one that went through Forfar and it kind of went back, but I know when to do that. I'm just going to take this route here. As I say, I done coastal routes not long ago, so I'm going to do this route. I'll record all that, I'll speed it up, I'll speed up the footage, so you'll get to see the scenery as well. So start off with the retail park, Kingsway Retail Park, Tesco's and all the other stuff. It's a Kingsway Retail Park basically in the centre. Well, it's kind of like, well, there is a position where it is. It's not in the city centre, but that's where I positioned it. So it's pretty standard for me. It's a mundane drive for me because I've done all this so many times. But I'm going to show you the footage anyway, and I'll speed it up. Okay, so let's go. Right. So as I say, this video can be seen anywhere in the world. It gives you a chance to see a bit of Scotland if you haven't been. Show you a little bit of, a bit of driving footage as well. So I try and make the video like give you a feeling of a day out. My words are. I was doing it about 4 o'clock last night. I was sitting up late. I try and give you the feeling of a day out. That's what the kind of purpose of this video is as well. I like to add these bits onto the video so you're getting the feel of, being in the car and going out for a huddle, and then we'll go somewhere nice, have a wee, picnic, all of that. But you'll get to see the place as well. That's why I add this bit into the video, to get that feeling. And also, I try and show the footage of the en route there as well, so you get to see a wee bit of the scenery. Like for people that have maybe never even set foot in Scotland, as I say, technically YouTube can be watched anywhere in the world. So if you've not been to this part of Scotland, then I could share that with you. So by doing this, I could record the footage as well. It might be a bit off subject, but it's still giving you the drive to the place. It's a day out kind of thing, and try to give you that feeling of a day out as well. So anyway, let's go. See you when I get there. Enjoy the huddle. Oh, by the way, it's a 31-mile drive from the route I'm taking. Just, I forgot to mention the distance, 31 mile. Hence why I'm speeding up the footage.
Red Castle of Lunan is a ruined fortified house on the coast of Angus, Scotland. It is about 4 miles, 6.4 kilometres, south-southwest of Montrose. The earliest structure on the site was built for King William the Lion in the late 12th century to repel Viking invasions to Lunan Bay. Evidence shows, however, that William took up residence there on several occasions whilst on hunting expeditions. In 1194, William conferred the castle. On his death, his lands of Inverkeila, with the castle, passed to Ingram de Balliol, who had married the heiress of Walter. 1. He rebuilt the castle and the property remained in that family for 2 generations. The Lunan water, with the hamlet of Lunan beyond. Only a part of the 15th century rectangular tower, and the 2-metre, 6.6 feet, thick east curtain wall remain.
Right, so that was quite a pleasant drive. It was quite complicated, because there was a lot of turns and lanes and that, but the sat-nav got me through there, no bother. So what I'm going to do with this particular part, I haven't reached there yet, there's another 1.3 miles. I'm going to record it in real time this time. So I'll switch the audio book off, so obviously can't play that in copyright. And I'll just drive it as you'll get more time to relish the footage. So up to this point I was at fast footage, so I've slowed it down to just real time, and the microphone is on, you know, just normal recording. So you'll see it as I go, because there's only 1.3 miles, so it's quite scenic and it's not fast moving. So we're across the railway line. Well, we'll go under the railway line. That was the height restriction that so, but that's quite a view of the railway line. I've never seen it like that before. That's quite impressive. It's the Aberdeen to Dundee East Coast Railway line. So if it was going left, it would be towards Aberdeen, which is north, and turning right is south towards Arbroath and Dundee. Straight ahead east, facing north at this particular point. There's a winding in the road, but ultimately we're heading east coast. So I've got a sharp right, hairpin right coming up.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right.
So it's about 15 degrees, so I was further inland, but it's now dropped to 11.5 degrees as I get nearer the coast.
Take the next right.
The water tends to remain cooler in the warmer weather and remain milder in the colder weather. It's thermal capacitance. So in the summer hot day, the coast will feel cooler, fresh air coming off the water, and in the winter that will generally be less.
Continue for half a mile.
Means more hopes it's temps and more. So during the day the sunlight energy will be held in by the water for longer in the winter, so that's why you don't get as much snow at the coast. I saw that car as he saw me. Yeah, good, I'll let him through. It's quite alright. So I can't really say I've driven this. I could see, I don't think I've ever been here before. I'd say I've driven this way, but it's quite nice wee burn that I've crossed over there, and you might see on the horizon there the Castle Ruin. So as I say, I've driven up the coast many times, but you know, the main road, the A92, but these places are the bits that are tucked off the route. It's so easy just to whiz past. Now, sat-nav is sort of saying there's a route to get to it, but I think you're going to have to probably park somewhere, you know, responsibly nearby it and just walk the rest, because according to this sat-nav I could drive right to it. Which I doubt. It'll just be like a gate or something, but there is certainly spaces where it could get parked there by the looks of it, and I suspect there'll be other people here as well, judging by the number of cars that are parked. far this road actually been permitted to go
In
on.
200 yards, turn left.
Because it's probably like private road after that or something, I don't know.
Take the next left.
Aye. You see, next left. I don't think that's going to be suitable. Yeah, private road, just as I thought, yeah. That's why you got to, I mean, I wouldn't drive that road anyway, there's no danger. But I'm going to have to then just turn, sort of park on, you know.
Continue for 3 miles.
That's just to do a U-turn, so just ignore the sat-nav there. Turn the camera bit off because I'm just going to basically be turning back to get parked. Right, that's good. I've got myself parked here, that's fine. I've got a nice spot to park it. It's not that far to the castle, it's just up there. Get a good view of it as I approach it. So I'll get my rucksack, my hiking boots on, and let's go. So, that's fine. Got myself all parked up nicely, so I'm just going away to make my way up to that road that was the private road. I wouldn't drive that road, no way. Oh, there's a train, I might just get that one there. I'll be heading towards Aberdeen. Could be from anywhere, but it's at the where I went through Dundee, Arbroath and that. It's Dundee Aberdeen line, so it's heading up to Aberdeen. Right, so I'm all settled there. There's another route to get up as well by the looks of it, so I'm not really sure. I might actually have a look at this. There's a beach car park further down there, but the road that I was going to drive up was just along there a bit. So it's welcome to Lunan Bay and Lunan Estuary. So this is just a stone throw away. So I just walked up from there to the other route. The road that drive would just lead up this way anyway, the private road. And I've come prepared. I've got my hiking boots. And comes into view the castle, the Red Castle. A bit worried earlier, I thought it was going to be a bit misty, but it's not. It's turned out okay. It was a bit hazy earlier, and I thought, again, off the water and that, but seems alright. Visibility is good, and I shall have my picnic very shortly. So I just walked up that wee trail there. It's a lovely spring day today, and I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to take a moment to enjoy this, just chilling out and relaxing. And the beach, you get a nice view. Oh no, watch it. I'm going to trip over that, but there's a good view of the beach from here. I'll show you that in a moment. Looking down to the estuary. The name of the rivers and that in a moment for you. I'm going to perch myself somewhere nice and just enjoy this view. Now we'll have a closer look at the ruin. Oh, there's a So the good thing about this is I didn't have to travel overly far to get to somewhere quite nice, to just get some fresh air and freshen up a bit and chill out, after a busy week. Oh, I'm going to get the name of that river for you as well. I'll tell you the name of that river for you. It's sort of like where it meets the North Sea. Now this is a lovely place to get a view in the sun, chilling out. Look, people just chilling out down there by the ruin. Sunny wee spot. So I'm just going to maybe quickly go around this for a moment just before it gets busy. I'll just skim through this with the camera just briefly, then I'm going to get myself a spot to sit at to have my picnic. And as I say, I'll get the name of that river for you as well. It's quite a predominant feature of this ruin, the Red Castle ruin by Lunan Bay. It's just south of Montrose. Yeah, I think I've found a spot for having my break, my picnic. A couple selfies with that as the background as well. Oh, it's a lovely view and a lovely drop, so I'll be careful. I could probably get down that, it's manageable, but I'm not in any real hurry to do that. I'm going to just bide up here for now. I don't want to get too hazy and whatnot. I don't want to get too close to this either because it is a bit, it's fenced off, so they're recommending not to get too close to it. But I'm going to sit myself down here and have my sandwich. Right, so the name of the river is Lunan Water. Lunan Water. I don't know if we're going to see it on here, but that's the name of that river there. Lunan Water, this is the estuary, Lunan Bay estuary, where it meets the North Sea. So there is some houses and that just over there as well, which is where they're settled by the ruin. Get my coffee, my flask, sandwich, and I'm going to just do that for a bit. Just take in all this and chill it and enjoy it. Lovely. You might just be able to mark out the shadow of the ruin, the Red Castle ruin as well. Just thought I'd maybe highlight. There it is, quite clear now, predominantly noticeable. Quite a feature in its own right. Just because for those down at the beach looking up, that'll be the horizon point of the structure, and I could see the shadow down there as the sun's being blocked by it. So I'm having a nice packet of spicy bikers. Part of my picnic. I've done a couple of healthy things as well, like an apple and an orange. And I also packed a salt caramel Mars Twix in there as well. Yeah, healthy, but I ate all that. I had a curry and everything yesterday. I had crisps and pork pies and that. I suppose the healthiest thing is the apple and orange and the bacon lettuce tomato. Oh, I did have something healthy, mind you. But what's really healthy is the fact that it's in here just chilling out. It's good for the, it's good for you, just being out fresh air. Sitting here, not under any obligation and not working or driving a bus or doing any tasks and just chilling out at this moment in time. And that's what's more healthier. The fact that I'm just doing something I enjoy doing, just taking in some spectacular views and place of interest, making a video to share with you. Just getting tucked into my grub that I brought here, some coffee and that, water, and just thinking of things as well, and I think that's healthier, that's healthy. So it's just, and the wee huddle in the car here as well. I think on the way back I'll go down the coastway, the A92. I'll no need to record that, I'll run the video here, later on. But yeah, just go to that, and then I'm not working on a timetable. That's what I do for a living. I drive buses, so I'm under the timetable all the time, working under the timetable. Constantly, time is precious. Fighting against the clock all the time. But here's just chilling. Oh, there's somebody on the boat. It's quite nice. Can you something? Yeah, look, that's how you do it, That's how you do it. Have a nice time. Get out in the boat and do a bit of fishing. A bit of whatever else, camping, and I don't know if they're camping or not, but whatever they're doing, they're looking as though they're enjoying themselves. So that's what it's about, again, just getting out in the nature, the natural spaces like this, and just taking the breath and taking a step back and, you know, slowing down and having a break. That's what's healthy. The simple things that matter, I would say, are the more healthier things, the things that really mean, the things that are important, like, you know, getting enough fluids, sitting down, having a break, taking my mind off things, spending time doing that. You know, I'd say that's important things to stay healthy. You know, a bit of exercise here and there, if I go for a wee stroll down there and just find a way down, and you know, I might go for a wee stroll across there. I'll have a look at this first. You know, just simple things like that make a little difference. That's my experience, and I recommend it. You know, just take your mind off things. Just come to somewhere like this where you're not under any obligation and there's no traffic whizzing past. I don't see something that will remind me and say, oh, I've got to do this, like shopping or do this, do that. I don't have any obligation. I'll be watching some of the you know, the wildlife and whatnot. Again. And you can see the shadow quite clearly now with the monument, the ruin. So yeah, that's what it's about. So I might get tucked in the rest of me, get up here. And I'll just sit here and chill out. So I did promise I'd eat healthy. See, told you. I was just watching the guy in the paddle boat. It reminds me of what my mate done. He's got something like that, I know, like a wee canoe. So it'd be good to get a wee shot of that, like, but you know, I would probably, well, I would kind of like want a shot, but I'm not great at balancing. I'd probably fall over and fall in the water, but a bigger boat would be more like that. Like, I mean, you couldn't get a big boat there, but something that you couldn't fall out of. Our own boat, you'd sit in and go, and maybe do that, but that's for paddling, you know, not a canoeist. Like. But mate, he's got something like that. He put on his roof flat and went to the locks and that down then. So when we were on holiday, what was that again? I can't remember. I was on the west coast, near Saltcoats. There was some. I actually done a video on that. So yeah, it was the Saltcoats holiday, maybe 3 years ago. Went to various places, went to some nice waterfalls. But you look back at my channel, it's way back, I can't remember what I tell you, it must be Saltcoats holidays. It's about 11 parts or something. But yeah, that's looks like good fun. Yeah. I'm not going to zoom in or anything because I don't know who they are, but I'm not going to distract them, like, you know, I'm not going to highlight anybody that I don't know, but it looks as though they're enjoying it. It looks, that's the way to, like, that's the day for it, eh? This is the day for it. Again. So, just finish off my picnic. Oh, try to get the moon in there as well if I could. Keeps going off focus. Right, so I've had a wee bite to eat. I've got all my stuff. I've took away all the litter and all that. Always goes back in the bag, comes home with me, or the nearest bin stop. Dispose of it responsibly. You never litter around anywhere. So it's all tucked in the rucksack. I'm going to get some more footage of this. Some more footage at different angles and stuff. Some close-ups, so I might get a little bit closer to it. It's at my own risk. I mean, it's recommended you don't go near them, like, but I'll just take extreme care, exercise extreme caution when I go to it. We get a bit closer. And I've not been round there, so I'll get round there as well. And, as I say, the surrounding countries, the views in that, it's a little bit hazy today, unfortunately. It's bright, sunny, but it's a bit hazy, so. You're only going to get to see a couple of mile radius. You can maybe see a bit over there. Well, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, they're lucky to get the weather as it is today. Can't complain at that. So, right, let's get a closer look at Red Castle here on the east coast of Scotland. Let's do it. So, I suppose getting down to the beach, to get over there I'd have to get a crossing point if I was considering that later, but let's have a wee closer look at this now. I'll get some stills and some footage, different angles, different viewpoints. So there's like a wee sort of peripheral dyke wall that's going round here that I'm kind of walking round. I don't know if I could highlight that, so you might see it a bit clearer. So, Red Castle, red sandstone I would presume that it was built with. So I've kind of done it back to front. I've visited, I've not done so much research, but you can always do that later. There's not really much point going on there because I could see that from the other side of the fence. I don't really want to go too close to it. So if I want to get a view of that, I'll go around the outside of that fence. I'll have a wee look at this as well, the other part of the ruin. So that road that Google was saying, Google Maps was saying to turn left on, it's a private road. It's kind of like an off-road, but I think that's it down there. Obviously I didn't turn down it, but I just went up a wee bit and done a U-turn and came down and parked where you saw me parked earlier and walked up from that way. But it's just a kind of like a dirt track road. There's no danger, that's open to the public. Like, it's a private road. A normal car would probably struggle. You'd probably need like an off-road 4x4 or something. It was a wee bit rough, like, you know. So, although the map says go down that way, obviously the road takes precedence over, you know, that prioritises over anything Google Maps say. Google Maps is only a guidance. Sat-navs are only for guidance, but the driver and the road signs take priority well and truly over sat-navs. As I say, sat-navs only just for guidance only. But that was that road anyway. It was leading down to some of these houses down there, or cottages or whatever. I don't know actually just how bad that road is. I mean, it looked pretty rough from what I saw. I might smoothing out, but if people were living there, it's can't be too bad, you know. But I don't think I'd like to take my car down there anyway. But it's all gated off, so to get to it, you would just park down that road where you could see that land. Well, you might see the road traffic there. So I just literally parked down there, and I just walked up. 2 minutes, you know, and you're here. So it's dead easy to get to, and you'll find the space. Park responsibly, you'll be fine. So I've covered all this, I think. Zoom in. So I actually do want to get myself down to that beach. Now, to do that, it's going to require a little bit of planning. There's obviously going to be a way of crossing over. I may have to get back into my car and drive over to that, where the cars are. I reckon that's the beach car park. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. And then there'll be a crossing there, because I can't see any, well, you can see this crossing stones, but would you cross that? I don't think I would like to try that today. Other than that, so far, of course you could wade across it and get totally soaked, but I'm not prepared to do that neither. So, just looking in the distance, it looks as though there's people sort of like making their way towards to or from the car park up there. That might be the way I need to go to get there. So it looks as though I'm going to have to get back in the car if I haven't got on that side before the sun goes. I mean, I'll get to this side alright, but perhaps I might do that. Maybe I'll just stay on this side. I don't know. Decisions. Oh, somebody's swimming in the water. God, that must be freezing. Jeez, oh, brave. That's after them, like, if they could swim in that in this temperature. It's no summer, mind, it's still pretty chilly. It's, well, good luck to them. Anyway, enough on that. Let's think what I'm going to do next. So I'll just get a wee feel of this. It's definitely red sandstone. Obviously touched the monument, not the ruin rather. Historical monument now. So yeah, I mean, I could probably just take a trip to the beach car park and just go over there, I suppose. I might even round the video off and in on the beach, because therefore I'll get a view of this ruined castle from a beach point of view, and I'll get the view looking up to it, and that might look quite nice before the sun goes away and you'll see it on the horizon. That'll be an interesting photo shot and video shot as well. So yeah, I think I shall just make my way back down there, and it's about half a mile drive or something. Just get the car along. I mean, if there was enough time, I'd probably just walk it. Yeah. So there we go. That's a Red Castle ruin done. From as far as I'm concerned for this video, that's probably enough footage for it. So the next footage will be down at the beach. I'll go to the car park, walk to the beach, and I'll get footage of it from looking up to it from here, from the beach. I'll do that next. Before I went, I was just having a wee Google look at this. There's a wee snippet of information here. I didn't know the castle was requested by the army during World War II. It was finally vacated and part and stripped in 1950. I didn't know the army had that. Yeah. But yeah, I was just having a very quick look at the Google again before I left. Right, I'm going to make my way to the beach now. It was requisitioned by the army in the 50s. I don't know what the army done with it, but that was probably the latest bit of info about it. Anyway, what I could find. I picked up one of these wee slates, bits and pieces lying on the ground. A bit of the material of the Red Castle is a kind of like sandstone, powdery like substance. It just crumbles quite easily. That's how it's compensated. It's the composition of the material. It's made up as mineral. It will be mineral. I don't know where they get the sandstone from around here. They might have, there'll be probably history. It'll tell you where they got material from. Possibly recorded history. I don't know. if it's local or local quarry around somewhere. But it was 11th century was the earliest dates that were mentioned in the article regarding this. So looking at the coast as well, they might have got that sandstone from some of the cliff edges perhaps as well. You know, the glaciers, I mean, oh wow, look at that. I have to get that. Sorry about the interruption, but I want to capture that before it. Right. Yeah, where was it? Yeah, I mean the glaciers. It was, if you go by what the history tells you, like, you know, the glaciers, the materials shift over, you know, land masses through the ice age and all that. So the materials could come from different parts of the world. The rock science, can't remember what it's called. There's a name for it. It's just going in my head now. I don't know what the heck do they call them now again? It's a rockologist or something else. Some fancy name. I can't remember. It's not archaeologist. That's you dig it under the ground and that is. Christ, what's it called? But anyway, they would probably know where they could take samples scientifically, analyse it, find out where it, you know, where it come from initially. But there's a train I was just going to get. It's cutting through the countryside there. Yeah, I just want to get that. I just made my way back to the car because I'm at the beach. But yeah, so this is for where the material come from. They probably analyse it, find out. I mean, I don't know. Well, there's a lot of red. I think the elephant rock that I done on the other video recently, that was a kind of reddish. There was red rocks near that area, so they could have got the material from there. But there was a mixture of coloured rocks as well on the cliff edges. So, but anyway, I'm sure if I researched hard enough, I would probably get the answer to that. But right now, I'm not really in that position, so I'll just make my way back to Wynn Park. Now it isn't far, you know, it's only a couple of minute walk, if even that. It's just a bit steep getting up there, but I think that's the only really way to get to it, as far as I know. So just be wary of that if you're got the right footwear, if you're got to be careful. So that's quite a footage. I've got a wee selfie of that as well. Just watching the thing go away in the background. The red castle just behind me there. So, like I was saying earlier on, though, if you're coming here, the route that I know, the only route that I'm aware of to get to it, the easiest route, certainly the one I took, is this one. So you could tell what you might need to wear if you want to come here, if you want to be prepared. I mean, it's steep, you know what I mean, it's not that bad, but then I do hill walking, so I'm used to that. But for somebody that isn't really used to climbing up steep braes and off track, then this is what you've got to be prepared for if you're planning on it. As I say, I can't see any other way up to it. This seems to be the easiest way up. So I just parked in there, and you saw how far it was. It's not far. I mean, the hardest bit on foot is about here. It's a bit tricky with these twigs and that, but once you're up there, it's in your line of sight, and it's only just 5 minute walk, depending on how your level of fitness, obviously. I don't know the distance, I don't know, I measured it, but it's not that far. So the other thing as well is that if you're coming here in the summer, it might get busier. It might be a bit harder to park. I mean, I'm lucky because I got here, this is like March, it's Saturday, but I only got I'd be struggling to get space. I'd have to probably park further down and walk back a bit. You know, you got to park right off the road. But if you're coming in the summer months, just be ready for it being busy at this area. You might, you know, have to park somewhere down there, or you might have to park a while up there and just walk back. You know, you've got to park sensibly so you're not blocking any field entrances, or, you know, just common sense. But you could have probably even parked it. I don't know how big the beach car park is, but you could maybe even park there and walk back, depends. Anyway, that's really it complete. I'm not going to make the video too much longer, but you could see anyway, just, you know, I hope you get the gist of it. You get the general idea. I hope you get a feel. It's not far, it's just up there, and then the beach is just along that road. In fact, what I'll do is I'll record the driving footage from here to the beach car park, and you'll get to see that as well. So that's I'll show you in the Google Maps as well, just how to get to the beach car park. Right, so we're in part. This is just where I'm at. So to get to Lunan Bay car park, it's no far. Was it 0.7 mile? I didn't go by time, that doesn't mean nothing to me. It's the distance that really means to me, because the time, anything could vary it. So that's where I'm going to head to. And just to recap where it is in Scotland. So I make these references as well for myself. So when I decide to come back here again in the future, I might bring my mates with us as well, and I could look back on my own video. I could get all the, all the spiel and stuff that I've logged in, and I could get directions that way, get a feel for it, get to know what to, if it's in the future, I might forget certain things, so I could just look back on my video. Right, I'm going to record the footage and we'll make my way, put it on the dashboard. Okay, so let's to look at that wee bridge. Yeah, came up before I go to the beach car park, right? I'm gonna, well, it's quite a lovely wee spot. I'm not going to miss that opportunity. I'm going to just, right, it's just getting back to it. No, I'm not going to miss that. No, I'm going to park somewhere and go back to it. But yeah, I just want to be a closer look at this. I just temporarily stopped for a moment. There was a wee bridge as well, so there's this church cemetery. I never really got a good look at this earlier on. I was focused on getting to the ruin. You can see the ruin in the distance. This is just a very, very brief stop to show you this bridge, log it in, and it'll be the River Lunan, I presume, going under it. So first of all, I'll get a view from the bridge, then I'll get a view of the bridge. And there was just lovely grounds as well I just wanted to share with you, that looked quite very impressive actually when I spotted this earlier when I was driving over. And this burn, I don't know if this is the same part of the River Lunan or not, but it looks really nice anyway. And the church that you would probably see that on the dashboard, but it was quite nice to get a few still pictures of this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get myself down to that bank there and get a view of the bridge from down there. Before I do, I'll just want to have a wee look at that. That is really spectacular. Oh, there's a bit of a view of the bridge, and there's a classic view, a couple of cars going over it as well, just to show that it's still in use. Try to capture the birds at the same time and get the ruin in the background, but it's just getting the timing right. That would have been a nice picture shot if I'd captured. Oh, there's some deer. Don't know if you can see that. No, I don't think it's out of sight, but I certainly spotted it. They are again. Oh, come on, this is coming through in the camera. There's about 4 of them. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend long here. It's just a very, very brief visit when I get to the beach now. So I'm going to have a very, very snappy visit in here. I don't want to spend any time. It's just just 2 seconds just to have a wee look at this, because I don't want to spend too long at one place and make the video too long. Okay, so that was a very, very brief look at that. Signpost up ahead for the beach car park, turning right, you can see that for here. Although I've got the sat nav on, I probably wouldn't need it, but I think I clocked that actually on the way there. Right, so car park's open from 8 AM to 9 o'clock, 9 PM. No parking on the road, there's a CCTV, speed limit 10 minutes. What I've always been concerned about is that if there's going through gates, I always get wary of that, I don't want to be locked in.
In 300 yards, slide left.
So I remember back in 2001 I went to, I think it was leaving. I had the old MG Montego back then. That was a nice car, 2 litre one. I think they took the exhaust off and it sounded absolutely brilliant. Oh, there's some horses on the left, you might go that. But anyway, that was years ago, that was back in 2001. And I went to a car park at Leaving. Went in, the gates were open. The time I had a look on Leaving and that, came back, bloody gates were shut. It's like, yeah, better not swear that, but I was, since then I've learnt my lesson to always check the closing times, so I had to end up getting a bus back to Dundee, and then my mate gave us a lift up the next day so I could collect my car. But since that point I've never, you know, I've always
Slide
enjoyed
left,
it.
then you will arrive at your destination.
Shop and Calf. So there's a Shop and Calf cafe somewhere a bit. I don't know kind of it's open today, like, but might be, it might not be, I don't know. It's maybe too early in the season. I think that's it there on the left. Look, that is shut. That is. I don't know if you'd see that. I don't know how I could turn that in, but maybe show that once you get parked. Unless it was open earlier, but it's probably seasonal. It might not open until April or something. And like April, October or something like that. It's just a wee sort of hut-like cafe. I could probably show that in a minute when I get parked up. I don't think that goes any further to the left. Anyway. So car park open 8 AM to 9 PM, so emergency vehicles, please take home letter, blah blah blah. Yep, I know that. I just want to be sure that it's free and I'm not going to get locked in overnight. It's fine. I've not been to this one before. I hate it when they go through these gates. I wish they'd just leave them open 24 hours. I hate
You
it.
have arrived.
It's quite closing it, but anyway, it's not for me to decide. I'm just here as a visitor, so I've just got to go with the flow on that one. So there you go, there's how we get to it. Where was that? There's for you. You come to the car park's light, just be wary of the gates, check the times and that, make sure that you're going to be locked in overnight. So I don't want to make the video too long. I'm just going to keep it brief for the footage here at the beach. I'm just going to mainly get footage of the red castle ruin from the beach. A brief skim round with the camera, but I'll spend some time here. But I'll not make the video too long. I'll just show you the beach briefly. Maybe another day I could spend more time getting footage of it. But the main subject of this was the red castle, so I'm just going to get a view of the castle from the beach. Quick skim round of the beach with the camera for footage and pictures. I'll get some stills and that, put that in the photo slide at the end. I'll show you what the cafe looks like as well. It's shut unfortunately, but it doesn't matter, I've got the flash views anyway, so. Right, let's go, let's have a wee look outside. So it's quite busy here today. Busy place. I'll show you what this cafe looks like. I couldn't show you earlier because the camera wouldn't go around to the right, it wouldn't turn to the left enough for you to see it, but I'll show you what it looks like. So it's sort of amongst there, I'll be there I guess. Looks like quite a nice wee place actually, and I would definitely be coming back here again. I might be bringing some people with us. Might bring my dad and my brother, some mates with us as well. I'm going to bear this one in mind, it's quite nice, make a wee day at this. And then you've got the beach over there. Yeah, so as I say, I'm going to try and restrict the video to maybe just still photos because it'll be way too long. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make the video too long, so I'll just like briefly get some footage of the beach. Mainly zoom into the red castle, which you can see from here. Actually, looks like it's quite impressive. Yeah, a lot of things come to mind when I see that, but just anyway, that's make your own mind up. But that's what it looks like from where I'm at. So, Lunan Bay. There's a bit about it here. Got that for you. Red Castle. There we go. There's a little bit of info about it. There's an aerial view of it. Now, if I had a drone, I would be able to do that. But I've had a drone, A, and B, I knew how to fly a drone. But they're certainly coming handy for that kind of thing. If I was able to do that, then I would like to put that in my video to get views like that. Some channels do that, but unfortunately I don't have that opportunity at the moment. So, but that does look quite impressive. So anyway, let's get up to the beach. This walkway going to the beach. It just leads up from the car park basically, as you could see, so it shouldn't be difficult shouldn't be that difficult to walk up. And there's another view of the castle. Right, so I'm going to use this spot to round off the video because it's a perfect spot to do it, lovely view in the background. So what I'm going to do then is from now on I'm just going to take photos and I'll add it onto the end of the video for the usual photo slideshow that's on the end, because the video will be too long otherwise. So it'll just be still photos from here on then. Basically from here on afterwards it's just still photos and the water, the beach, the sands and whatever else I want to take a picture of and put in the video. But that's it. So it's been great here for a good afternoon. Lovely view of the castle, good picnic and that. Probably had the best of the weather up to now, so just gonna go for a stroll along there or that way. Actually, what I might do before I round the video off is I might go back to where I was, along there. So I'll recap on that. I won't round the video off yet. I'll wait till I get around to, because it was a nice area, but I'll round it off when I'm at the foot of the, round there, which is a bit nearer the castle, and I'll do that instead. So I'll come back on that one. I won't round it off quite yet. This is very important because now I'm on the beach. I need to have some sort of a marker bearing to remember how to get back to the car park, because when you look along the bank there isn't really anything that points up to where the car park is. So that is an issue in itself. I need to have some kind of marker, or I need a landmark or something, or see something from a point. I need to have that marked, or even time the distance, how long it takes to walk to there as well. So because there isn't any signs, I don't want to be walking for quite a bit. So when I see the cliffs like that and I see that boundary like that, it's not really much, but I could probably go up there and get a view from it anyway. But I need to, something I won't move. I have to bear that in mind. So that's the problem. I'm going to get a stock photo of this so that I know how to get back to it, because I don't want to be having to guess now. There's no point in making a mark in the sand because that could be easily smudged over. So I don't know, I have to be careful and I have to bear that one in mind. I was sort of like get an idea just by the amount of footprints, but then sand changes quickly, so, and the tides as well change things, you know, down there, so we've got to be careful with that. So far, basically the only obvious way up is that way, up to now. So if I find any other sort of like obvious ways, then I've got to probably count the number of obvious ways. But so far on the right hand side isn't heading this way, which is south. The most easiest way up is there, and that's how far the cliffs look from there. The car park's up there. Now I mean, if I even got myself up there, I might be able to see it anyway, but it's just something to bear in mind. There's another wee marker that won't move in a hurry. That big pole up there, a bit of wood will be harder to move, and it's roughly where the people will just come down. Not far, 3 minutes from there, heading back. So I should find it not too bad, but if the weather changes, you know, if you come here and it suddenly becomes misty, not necessarily the day, but you know, if visibility suddenly becomes poor, then it becomes harder to orientate where you were, you know, or get back to where you started. So just as a wee tip of mine, when you're walking along the beach, right, see if you walk in the dark sand and you've got boots on, it's quite difficult to walk. It's quite difficult to walk on. So I'll go for the lighter stuff, the harder packed stuff. It's easier, I find. So it's just a wee point I thought worth mentioning anyway. So far I haven't really saw any significant things that I could mix up with the entrance part of the car park. It looks all fairly obvious on the way back, so I've clocked all that. The view of the castle's coming back into better view now, and this is where I'll be rounding the video off with that in the background. I'll get a few close-ups of it as well, and I'll round the video off. Oh, they've got a dinghy going out into the water. There you go. Anyway, let's head up towards the castle again. Well, there we go, there's a nice view. There's the blocks that I saw earlier from the castle. You've got the cottages and houses that are just multicoloured. And the castle, the red castle. How appropriate, how fitting, you've got a red building next to the red castle. So there you go. Stills of this as well. Right, okay, so what I'll do then is I'll just round off the video here with the castle in the background. From here on then I'll just be taking photographs and put them on the photo slideshow at the end as usual. So I've had a great time, I've enjoyed it, a bit of exercise, fresh air, down at the beach. It's busy though, but that's okay, there's plenty of space for all so far. It's everybody's beach. Visitors, open to visitors. So, okay, hope you enjoyed the video. I can't really think of anything else I need to cover as far as video is concerned. If anything does, then I'll just video it and put it on regardless. But you never know. But anymore, I'll be photographs from here on now. So, right, hope you enjoyed it. See what else I put up on my channel. And thanks for watching. Okay, bye for now.